Donald Hunter was coming up to retirement, and Prof Lawther visited one day and had a talk with him and the various people in the department, and he was sort of picking people from our unit, because at that moment he'd just moved to the new labs in Barts, and his air pollution unit was expanding, and I was doing very comparable work. A lot of the air sampling, and 2 or 3 of the other people went with me. Jean Peel went. I went into a nice little lab, photographic darkroom there, and a really antiquated electron microscope. It looked as though it had just grown. It was a funny little thing, and we had that for a year and a half, I think, and then we got a proper one, got an AEI EM6, and that was a joy to use. I went on a course to learn some of that, and thoroughly enjoyed the EM work, and it tied in so beautifully with the optical microscopy that I was doing as well. I was doing that with Dr. Ellison, largely, and anybody else who wanted samples done. I had all sorts of people who wanted pictures of their little particles done, and if you're a photographer, you're needed by pretty well everybody with all sorts of quirky things. I had some very peculiar jobs to do. We were particularly interested in airborne particles, of course, being an air pollution unit. But I remember being confronted with some salmon's eggs one day from Tom Nash. Do you remember Tom Nash? And he was doing work on freezing of living tissue, and then seeing how well it functioned when it was thawed. But I think probably the strangest photographic job I had to do was Prof Lawther said he would have a favour done for Prof Cave, who was a professor of anatomy at Barts, and he presented me with the penis of a white rhinoceros, and I had to photograph some peculiar little glands at the end of that.